I changed identity 16 years ago. I was Lieutenant Shelton, dispatched with you into the past by your father. This journey through time has made me realize the power of the great old ones.
Right.
In London, I abandoned you in the care of a charitable institution, the Brothers of the New World.
Looks very charitable, alright, going by the picture.
Oh yeah.
And I devoted myself to worshipping the great old ones.
Pretty though.
Trick contacted me in
very shiny.
25. And introduced me to a secret society initiated to Cthulhian rites. One of the members was a spiritualist with amazing powers.
Was it Narakamus?
Fucking miraculous.
Capable of swaying the masses, became a puppet in the hands of the sect. His mission was merely the first stage in a monstrous plan.
To do all these rituals bollock naked?
Establishing total chaos and preparing the return to Earth of the great old ones.
Welcome to 2037, where everything gets
I shall do
fucked.
what I should have done 30 years ago on my arrival in London.
Aha! Shit. Oh, we're up!
Oh!
Animation!
Really?
Yay! Oh, fuck!
Gosh it.
Bullshit!
That too.
Right.
Wait, where's our gun?
I think it's gone.
Shit. Right, let's see if we can get this through this as fast as possible.
Sure. S is drawn underneath. So we have terracotta masks. We have an S drawn under that. So why is it drawing our attention to the S? Sword? Yeah. That doesn't look good. That didn't look good at all. Let's not do that again.
Alright, let's try the T thing. That's a vaguely short shape.
Let's see, what was it? The T you said?
No, yeah. That one.
Oh, that's a
The
1.
one on the right.
Yeah, I think it's a 1. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Sand. Alright, cool.
I guess.
And the other one's probably fire.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right, let's do this. Oh, ominous.
Hmm. Delightful.
Right, shall I?
Hang on, sorry, just
Right.
checking something. Enormous head.
That doesn't work.
No.
Sworded? In the face?
I guess.
Bookish in the face?
What happens? I just want to see what I do if I get this one.
Well, you sword it.
Yeah, just... That's fire. Okay, that's
No.
grand.
Yeah.
Just for completion's sake.
And now we know.
And now we know. Knowing is half the battle, Paul. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, that solves that problem. Try something else, Necronomicon?
Got it? I'll fit around it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Come on. Ah, yes. Stupid thing.
I should probably try something else. I don't get what you mean. Wait, what's that? Is there something in... Sorry, I thought I saw something flash up there. I think it was just the enormous head.
Sorry. I think I did.
Yeah, please.
Mask.
Let's just have a look around. Go back into the other room then and see if there's anything there.
That's on fire, yo.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything. Wait, what was that? I saw something flash up there. Flagstone. Where are you, Flagstone? There. Is that literally like just walk on that and proceed?
You're. What did you click right? Oh.
There, right there. Look. You walk on that. It's a secret fucking
go.
switch. Okie dokie. Passage. And we're in Ilsmouth. Okay. Right. Looks like we're here. It's the end.
Bitches need some sorting. Out for shooting, but you know, yeah.
Archivist is looking well, actually. He's actually got younger since the sequel.
Yeah. Sword the Stone. Or
We must intone an incantation against this intruder.
intone. Oh, okay, fair.
Cthulhu, yai!
Ah. I think we're parrying these away. Ah.
I have returned from the future. Look at my features. Look at the features of he who shall open the gate.
The metal mask! Necronomicon! Yes!
What?
Yes!
Wait, why yes? I first like
We beat him.
by throwing a book at him.
Yes, because that was the thing that Bolliskin was telling us earlier. Once you see the man with the metal mask.
Do what? Throw a book at him?
Yeah, pretty much. Bye! That's it. I think.
Can only hope.
The stone circle is just gone completely.
Yep.
Oh! We have a choice of ending.
Don't ever know it was or which.
The survivor of time or the one who never
Oh,
was.
the one who never was. Definitely the one who never was.
Why is that?
Because Cthulhu stories and Lovecraftian stories don't have happy goddamn endings.
I think we've already had plenty of evidence that this is not quite faithful to the lore. Survivor of time.
January 1937.
Ryan, thank God you're safe!
Yay! Happy ending, Paul!
God damn you all.
Happy ending!
Managed to return to our world, my boy.
Literally, my boy. It's a long story.
I have a lot to tell you, brother. A lot.
Oh dear.
And all of a sudden she just dries out like a fucking
She just goes. Phew.
lady boner. Ruined.
I'm sure they would have had the talk already.
The Armadas lived in peace at Tiwanaku
Click.
until the day the fair-haired man appeared.
What?
He overthrew the king of the Armadas
He looks familiar.
Mm-hmm.
and became the god of gods.
It's him, the Nazi.
Huh.
So he travelled back through time.
Had previously been would return yet again.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've set up a game that never came. So that's that. And now we have a montage. That's our ending sequence.
That's what we can know and see what happens with the other ending.
What happens with the other ending? Basically, it is the same ending as that, bar Actually, no. I'll put it in. Anyway, what we have this time, Paul. Well, the soundtrack is shitting itself there over there. It's not supposed to sound like that. It's just choppy.
Okay.
Maybe we'll just perhaps let that play through. It is meant to be just like a generic like action montage, but don't think DOSBox is having a really good time with that. There we go. Okay, so let's see what the other ending is like. The one that never was?
Yep.
Edward Space, 20th of January,
stop that.
1937.
Dad, what's happened to Ryan? He should have been back.
He won't be coming back, Diane. You cannot play with time with impunity. Right now, Ryan has probably disappeared forever in another continuum.
I like that Park has become such a, not knowledgeable in time, even though the previous game had fucking nothing to do with it.
Existed in our world.
No, that's not true. He saved us. He changed the course of our lives. Ryan exists. I'll never forget him. He'll come back.
The Armadas live in peace.
Okay, we're seeing this part then.
Yeah.
Until the day the fair-haired man.
So that's that, I guess.
The Oland became the god.
So, with that being said, Paul, that is Prisoner of Okay. That's it, Paul. That's Prisoner of Ice. What did you think of that?
Well, it was certainly a better program game than the last one.
I think anything could be better programmed than Shadow of the Comet.
It had quite a few moments, I'll give it that. And there were times where I wasn't completely frustrated.
No, I think the game started off really, really well. I think it was fairly straightforward. All the puzzles were fairly simple to solve. Really, there weren't any real head scratchers like Shadow of the Comet was. It would have been nice to get. I think the one big puzzle in that was the one in the cave when you're kind of trying to solve the four elements and linking them up with their respective beasts.
But yeah, I think it definitely benefited from a much tighter focus.
Yes, I think so too. I think it's obviously we're just seeing it here now. It's a much shorter playthrough than Shadow of the Comet was.
I'll be honest. I'm quite glad we don't even have the options to fail as we didn't. As the last one, where the last game you could go take pictures and just not realize we were taking the original photos of the comet.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done here. Let's walk all the way back to our bed, and nothing happens. And then walk all the way back, and then plot happens.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's more down to a programming thing, really. And in fairness, you're right in what you're saying. I think this benefited from definitely ending at the right time. We were kind of saying with Shadow of the Comet that it seemed to go on too long. There's at least 2 or 3 sections. Say, for instance, that you didn't need to go and fucking, banish Cthulhu's thrall and Dagon's thrall and all this stuff. And then, as I was saying at the time, the game should have ended really with Narakamis because he was set up to be the villain, as it were. If you're going by traditional storytelling thing, he's the guy that's trying to bring back the great old ones. So kill him and whatever kind of shall we say token kind of thing that you do should stop the great old ones coming back as well. You could kill several birds with one stone that way. I think in this sense then the story or at least the plot is a lot tighter. It definitely goes at a much faster pace than the previous game because I think with Shadow of the Comet you were meant to explore the town a bit first before you kind of get stuck into the plot.
Well, yeah, you had to. You had to get fucking for a wander in the woods. Yeah. Because of that goddamn tripod nonsense.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, you look around the town, which again, I can see the logic in this. I can see what they're trying to go for, but they just didn't really have the tools to do it. Now,
no.
That's some of the good points as well. The voice acting was very good. Funny enough, I watched a Let's Play of this a good while ago, and they had different voice actors altogether for it. And I think it must have been because it was on a different version or a different console. But this is the PC version, and the voice acting for this was pretty damn good. Overall, there wasn't any camping was. I don't know why every blonde person on the submarine was Irish. I'll still never understand that to this day. But okay, casting, whatever it is.
It might be the case that someone started with an Irish accent, and the other voice actor said, "Is that what?
Is that what we're going with?
Is that what the sailors at the time spoke like?" Okay.
Well, they had one guy talking like a fucking pirate. Like, that didn't make sense at all.
It might have been the one voice actor just doing everything.
Maybe. I didn't sound like it now. It sounded like they had a good like grant.
Well, actually, yeah.
You can tell because people always have like the same source voice, but they're always either modulated or they're putting on an accent. So overall, the voice acting was pretty good. I think the gameplay itself was fine. I had no complaints over it really. It was
for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, it was fairly straightforward. They definitely learned a lot of lessons from Shadow of the Comet, programming wise, item wise. Puzzles were very streamlined and didn't really.
Apart from the parts where it was like pixel hunting.
That's
the worst kind of pixel.
This is the one point that I want to bring out. Don't pixel hunt ever. Now this, like, we can say this now. This is a time where there was to inject some sort of sense of challenge in these games. They had to do pixel hunting, and another game we played on the channel, Beneath the Steel Sky, did that, where as the game progressed, items were harder to find in the game.
Ugh.
Now that was a bad idea. They didn't know that. They didn't know that at the time, but very, very bad idea, and you're naughty to say so, or to do so. Now
it slows it down. It makes it frustrating. It's not a good thing to do.
Exactly. Especially with like stuff. What was the worst one? I think the worst one was the needle, because there's no physical way.
The needle was like 2 pixels.
Yeah, there's no real way of seeing that. Cigarette box as well. You can argue that like because they're a different color than what their object is on, they stand out. But something like the needle is more or less the same color because it's on, like, it's being shown on.
Because it's a needle. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's, I suppose, the good points out of the way. And I guess the art was, some of the art was weird because they were all drawn. They were like not necessarily hand drawn, but they were drawn to a certain extent. And then you had the rendered models of the characters walking on top of them, so they didn't look as clean and crisp. I felt.
That's it. The cutscene art looked fantastic
for the time, yeah.
No, not even for the time.
Oh yeah, I thought
like
cutaways.
The cutaways where it's like, here's a scene, we talk over it. Now next picture, we talk about that. That artwork was quite nice.
I would like that artwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been nice. It would be nice to see the intro done as that instead of having the 3D the rendered models, because they do look ugly now. But those kind of the actual like the art style they had for them was
it wanted cleaner. To make it more like an action game, so having the action openings probably
that would make sense.
It puts you in the right mindset.
Yeah, like I said, you can classify this more of an action game rather than point and click adventure, because adventures are played at a much slower pace. In a sense, in this one, you're going through this as much faster pace than most games are. It's just the only difference is like a point and click interface. So that's the good points out of the way. And I said I don't think I have anything else really positive to say.
Well, like one more point, that is going to lead us on to the bad points.
Yes.
The writing gave us a lot to work with.
Yeah.
In terms of taking the piss.
Yeah, because it was like it didn't really give us much like inch, did it? It was fine, you know.
Up until it wasn't.
Yes. Let's talk about. Let's get to it now. The elephant in the room. The elephant from the room, or who's travelled from the future to the past and is now currently in the room. In fact, I'm surprised there isn't 2 elephants right now. One of them from the past, one of them from the future with a big fuck off nitrogen gun.
Ah, Terminator guns.
What exactly were they going for with this?
I think they wanted to be cool. I think they thought... Wait. When did this come out? Was this come out at the same time as the Terminator movies?
No, nowhere near.
Way before?
Way after.
Oh, well, there you go. They're ripping off a cool idea.
Yeah, way after. I mean, like, the original Terminator movie would have been in just like the end of the 80s, 87, 88, around that time. I think Judgment Day then would have been a few years after that. So, hypothetically, they could have been, like, getting nods from Terminator 2 Judgment Day. But even still, the idea of Terminator and time travel being a thing, it was exceptionally ham-fisted to put it in a Call of Cthulhu game. I honestly don't know what they were going for with this, because it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't, because the whole thing about Cthulhu is, honestly, I think the Call of Cthulhu games play this much better in that there is supernatural stuff. Yes, you can use it. It's almost certainly a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're being handed items by the really good guys to be used for a specific purpose. But generally finding supernatural tools is a great way to rapidly erode sanity.
Yeah, so like in that case then, say at the point where he just suddenly finds himself 100 years in the future. Like that, at that point, he should be going mad, right? That when you've been exposed to that sort of like alien technology, let's say, or that kind of like ethereal technology, there should be some effect on him, right?
Yes, actually, I'm not sure if it's any of the works, but a lot of the other games and stuff, and going back to the Telltale role-playing game, and actually several of the board games, they do have sort of teleporty things they can include in it.
Yeah.
But they are things to be used in like end-game emergencies type things, because you kind of see shit going through those.
Yeah.
And it does wreck your fucking head using them.
In fairness, it did, like, going by that logic, it was a little bit, respectful to that, because the villain, the Dietrich Nazi guy, did go mad. Likewise, the Narcomus, I think, would have been...
Also, what the fuck with the Narcomus? He was killed.
Yeah, I guess he just got brought back. Well, from a different time, obviously. When time is, like, just not a fucking issue, like, you just take a Narcomus from any time. Like, before Parker came to Ilsmouth. That's what I would infer from that. You know, like the same way that you could just take a fucking... You could just take, like, Jan Parker from the future, put him into the past, make him lose his memory, or obviously he's a baby, so he didn't have any previous fucking things. But that was... Like, everything was okay. You could have just had this game work fine. You could have had him go into the future and all this stuff. You just didn't need the main character to be that. That was utterly unnecessary. You know, you could have just had the character be like... You could have just had the character be Parker's great-grandson. You could have had or be Parker's son, and he's continuing on his fucking stuff. You didn't have to have him to be in the fucking
It did not have to be
future.
it did not have to be a twist reveal.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was.
That was a twist reveal for the sake of having a twist reveal.
Exactly. I was just about to say it. And it was the same thing then, like, the fucking one of the commanding officers in the British Navy is also from the future. He just worked all the way up from the Navy just so he can be at this point in this moment of time so he can interact with us, who's in a different Navy. You see, the more you think about it, the more it makes less sense. You could have just taken the future bullshit out of this and it would have been fine.
Yeah, because a big thing about... And the reason cultists get cultists and shit, and the reason they get very powerful cultists, is because A, board aristocracy, B, it's fucking power.
Yeah.
You get access to supernatural fucking power.
Yeah.
That it's one of these things where the first couple of times, or if you don't fuck up, you straight up you start winning at shit.
Yeah.
Like you want to get rid of your competitors, you fucking will. If you succeed the first couple of times, it's going to get really fucking addicting. Because you can just fucking win.
Of course, it's the corrupting power. It's always going to do that. Like, that's the idea. That's the idea behind it.
Yeah, so you don't need these big convoluted shit. Just get people in power who clearly want power, and give them a taste of more power that no one else can access.
Well, yeah, like I said, and that's a good point that you're making. Like, that works fine on its own. You didn't need a person from the future to travel back to the past to do that. You could just have somebody who, let's say, is just a captain in the Royal Navy, finds out about Cthulhu and stuff, and works around it. Now, in fairness to him, he did explain in his little flashback that he was from the past, did like, as it were, be in the Navy anyway, and getting corrupted by this by the idea of this Cthulhian power. But at the same token, just you didn't need the future thing at all. It just it takes away from the whole idea of the cult. So that's that then. I guess the negatives would be the pixel hunting, and that really terrible twist ending. Yep. I think that's the best thing to say. Overall, then, if you were to say, what would you prefer then to play? Would you prefer Shadow of the Comet or Prisoner of Ice?
Oh, Prisoner of Ice, definitely.
And is it just solely because it's a better experience?
Yes. Whatever good points Shadow of the Comet had, it stretched itself out way too much. It was just mirthlessly padded.
Yeah.
Anything good is just way too diluted. Whereas, as I said, Prison of Rice, we actually got through that in one goddamn sitting. It had a lot of interesting points, and there wasn't that huge amount of day-to-day bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is just a better experience.
It
is more high points and they're closer together.
Good. Okay.
The overall enjoyment isn't leveled out and lowered by needless padding.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, at least for me, like, I still have a very soft spot for Shadow of the Comet because of all the silly characters in it. Now, again, the thing is, though, I completely agree with you that Prison of Ice is a lot better to play. If you're playing through the game outright, then by all means, Prison of Ice is the better one. But if I was to say, if I was to watch back, like, if I had a choice between which one to watch, I'd watch Shadow of the Comet because I think there's more like characters.
There's more to make fun of.
There's more to make fun of. Yes.
Because it's so much padding longer. There's more things, more people,
and
more
there's
things.
Also, more ludicrous things had to happen as well. Like, we became a bird, Paul. We became a fucking bird.
We did.
You see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's because it was so goofy in its execution. I can't be mad at it. Likewise, A Prisoner of Ice. I'm more angry at that because it was doing so well up to that point. It was a very good game. Like, the atmosphere was more or less there. It felt quite claustrophobic because first you're in a submarine, then a base. Everything's all quite enclosed. Whereas Shadow of the Comet, you're in a big town. At least this way, you're in a closed space. You know, shit, there's a monster here. I need to get rid of it. I need to do puzzles to do it.
Yes, like the submarine where the once it's broken out, it's clearly a very dangerous threat.
Yeah.
And it is breaking through walls.
Yeah.
It is breaking through your doorways. You have limited time before it fucking goes into the main room and kills you.
Yeah. You see, that's because, and like, there's two different tones of the game then. Like, Shadow of the Comet is arguably a bit more silly, as it were. Like, I know you can I don't think they intended it to be a silly game, but certainly the way it came across was quite silly and a bit whimsical, is what I would say. And then you have Prison of Ice, which is a lot more, again, action-oriented, more serious, and taking itself more seriously. Then you have, like I said, the ending at the end, where just, like, we switched off when that twist came. It's like, oh, he's from the future. Fucking why? Yeah,
there was no way we could take it seriously after that.
Yeah.
It was just... It wasn't taking itself seriously.
Yeah, which is a shame, because, like I said, up at that till point, it was a good, solid game, good, solid plot, and then the ending ruined it. Well, it didn't ruin it, it just took away from it.
It took a lot away from it,
yes. So, that's that then. That's Prison of Ice in the books then. I suppose the next thing on our list then is...
Dark Corners of the Earth?
Indeed. If you're ready enough to play for that, at some stage.
I think I will. I got it up at Steam. I think I played the first half hour or so of it.
Indeed.
And yeah, you know what? I think it's going to be based on just the initial. I think it might be much more true to the books.
Yeah. And
we can still get plenty of stuff to have fun with it.
Good. I look forward to it then. And other games that we'll be looking to hopefully play them as part of this Call of Cthulhu series, I think should be the original Alone in the Dark trilogy.
I have played none of them, so I have no comment on that.
Well, it's made for the same people that made these kind of games. They were mad for Lovecraft. They were. I think half the stuff that this studio made was Lovecraftian works. So you have these kind of... I don't think they made Dark Corners of the Earth, come to think of it. But they certainly made a Tree Along the Darks.
I am now apprehensive.
As right you should. No, truth be told, the Tree Along the Dark, well, the first original Alone in the Dark was fine. But like I said, we'll save that for when we actually let's play it. Next up on this journey into Cthulhian horror will be Dark Corners of the Earth.
Okay.
And until then, that has been Paul of Cthulhu.
Hi.
I have been Jonathan, and we shall see you next time on the aforementioned Paul of Cthulhu series. Until then, goodbye, Mr. Parker.
Ah, memories.